The definition of sustainability according to the UN is the development which meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. The three pillars of sustainability include social, economic, and environmental. Examples of social include standard of living, education, community, equal opportunity, and culture. The examples of economic include profit, cost savings, research and development, and economic growth. The examples of environmental include pollution and natural resources like sun, water, and air.
Rocky Branch Creek was one of North Carolina's most polluted streams in 1978. Restoration of the creek was planned to be completed in 3 separate steps. Phase 1. The length of the area restored was 3,300 feet. The construction cost was $1,900,000, with $1,400,000 for the stream alone, and the rest for just moving the parking lot. Phase 1 was finished in June of 2002. Phase 2. The length of the area restored within Phase 2 was 1,600 feet. The construction cost was $1,900,000. Phase 2 was finished in January of 2006. Phase 3. The length of area restored in Phase 3 was 1,400 feet. The overall construction cost of Phase 3 was $3 million. Phase 3 was completed in March of 2010. The challenges faced within the restoration process were the loss of many parking spots, the cost of moving many parking spots, the total cost of the restoration coming in at $6,800,000, the takeover of invasive species, and Tropical Storm Alberta, which occurred on June 14th of 2006. Campus partners included were Dr. Barbara Dahl and Steve Ratzloff. Dr. Dahl wrote all grants to cover restoration costs, came up with a 3-phase plan, and chose what plants to plant. Steve Ratzloff helped with restoring the stream after Tropical Storm Alberta. He also helped with removing parking lots and also with removing the invasive species.
The service project was divided into 3 work days, the 22nd, the 23rd, and the 29th. Lavanya and Gabi worked on the September 23rd, while Madison worked on September 22nd. Each service workday was 3 hours long. The 22nd went from 2:30 to 5:30, the 23rd went from 9 to 12, and the 29th went from 2:30 to 5:30 p.m. The first 2 groups were involved in removing invasive species such as Chinese privet, Japanese silkgrass, porcelain berry, and any trash in the water like plastic water bottles and chip bags. The third group was involved in planting.
Ongoing needs include removing invasive species from Phase 3, Phase 1, and Phase 2, and making sure that none of the removed species from Phase 2 grow back. We can get involved by joining Eco Village, becoming a campus steward, or joining any of the campus clubs that focus on Rocky Branch Creek like Biological and Engineering Club.
The invasive species removed included Japanese stilt grass, English ivy, porcelain berry, and Chinese privet. Here's some pictures from before the service project began. On the day of service, we were reminded to bring our own water bottles and wear closed-toed shoes. Here's some pictures from during the service project. We were reminded to take very frequent water breaks. And here's some pictures of what Rocky Branch Creek looks like now.
We use handsaws and loppers to cut invasive species and trash bags to pack any trash from the water. Steve and his colleague used a wood chipper to chip all the invasive species. They used some other equipment to cut porcelain-berry trees and remove plants near the edge of the fence and the creek wall. Steve sprayed the area with a chemical so that the invasive species do not grow back.